Good morning, good morning. Y'all go ahead and sip on your cup of coffee. Oh, wait a minute. I usually start off with my little ditty. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. Doom, doom, doom. And if we threw a party, we'd invite everyone you knew. You would be the biggest gift would be from me. And the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. What y'all know about that Golden Girls theme song? I'm telling you, the 70s and 80s had the best theme songs for their TV sitcoms ever. I don't think they make those anymore. So, anyway, as you can see, I'm feeling a lot better. From my Kenyatta Kelly, good morning, good. I'm feeling a lot better from the cold I was going through. I'm telling you, man, those vitamin C packs, some of them come in orange. I had the ones with the raspberry flavor, as well as my tea and, taking all the other stuff. And I've been eating the salads and eating the oranges, bumping up that immune system, I'm telling you. And I don't know if you can hear the difference, but I feel better. Because I haven't done a morning cup of coffee or a morning stroll in a minute. It was hard getting up in the mornings then when you're not feeling well, but I'm back. And I think I feel just a hint of a tickle. Kenyatta, I need to schedule some time with you, with my interns. They need a word from you right now. Just let me know. I would love to talk to those young brothers, Kenyatta. Just let me know when. I guess we'll have to be done through Zoom. It's cool. Or they can call me. I don't mind. I'll slip you the number. Kevin Matthews, good morning, brother. This is something, yeah, I see you playing catch up. Y'all ignored all the noise back here. Still just a small little tinge. Okay, now they want to play. So anyway, all of us pretty much been talking about the recent event that's going on at Grambling. Good morning, William Stewart. But I want to talk about some. I don't want to move on from it, but I just want to talk. But since we've been talking a lot about HBCUs and Grambling State University, shout out to my dear old Grambling. My goodness. But I want to also bring up something that I noticed. I was looking into, I guess, Grambling State University alumni support page. I don't know if it's made to the HBCU support page yet, but they put up this post, and it was celebrating Mr. and Miss Albany State University. Mr. and Miss. All right? Put a pin in that. Yesterday, I was on Instagram. Grambling has an Instagram page called Grambling State or Grambling 1901. And I am a follower of that page. I enjoy all the cool stuff they put up about Grambling and all the wonderful things that are happening there and all of that, right? And they've been putting out all the great alerts about where they can go, where the students can go and receive counseling as a result of the latest issues that have occurred. And so, but one thing, and they have this PSA out, right? Well, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that, brother. They were, they had this PSA. And y'all, I pay attention to what most folks aren't paying attention to, because as I've always stated out loud and for years, and as a master's level social worker, I'm an advocate for black boys and black men. Even when we're behaving badly, I let it be known that, come on, brothers, we can do better. But when I see we're being purposely ignored, or maybe unintentionally ignored or included, I have something to say about that. Debate it how you want to, I'm still gonna say it. All right. There's a PSA on that page that they put out. I don't know what department put it out, But there's something about these departments, they have a problem with black males on their campus, on Grambling State University's campus. Because do y'all remember 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, when they took this picture at Grambling State University? I guess and come to find out it came out of the office of the SGA. And but still, there's grown people who's supposed to be monitoring this thing. And on the picture, they had a black female, a Mexican or biracial, whatever. He looked white, and I think it was a white girl, but no black male in the picture. And it looks like it could have been like an advertisement for an HBCU without a black male. And so, and that created a ruckus. Some folks was upset, and well, and it created a whole lot of dialogue on the Grambling. I wish I went to Grambling State University page and Grambling Grambling alumni page as well, and even on my own personal page, because I'm like, you're not gonna do black males. This was not gonna happen under my watch. And I wish there were other black men who were just as vigilant about how people try to erase or exclude black boys and black men. And on a black college campus, how you gonna have anything sent out to the public and black men are not involved? Let me go back to this PSA. This latest one talking about the dangers of campus shooting and all of that, which is, the concept is cool. But see, I look at the images and the visual, right? It had about 6 black girls and 1 black male in the middle. Did y'all hear me? About 5 or 6 black females and 1 young man sitting in the middle. I didn't lie. I said, something's wrong with that picture. How come they couldn't have had half and half, or at least 4 black males and 2 black females? And I know we want to play into the statistics of, females are more enrolled than black men and all that, but the point is they may be more enrolled, but they're not the only ones who are enrolled. Come on, somebody. Whew. And so we do more damage to ourselves than we think that this so-called white power structure does as it relates to putting out negative images about black males and black boys. In Grambling State University, y'all been slipping, man. You've been slipping. You've been putting out, and this is the second time I've noticed this. There's probably a lot of other stuff I probably missed, but I saw this. Again, the message is good, but I'm looking at the image. And let me go even further. Hell, was it black males are being displayed prominently, the ones who are the shooters, the ones who are misbehaving, all right. You seem to have plenty of pictures for those. But, what else? When they're doing a lot of things that are now I consider inappropriate, but when we want to put out all the cool stuff that's going on about the school or whatever, you put all females or some non-blacks. And I don't like that. Because black males would make HBCUs really popping. Just go. Yeah. Black males bring the energy. And of course we can have without the sisters, but what we're going to stop doing is not including black boys and black men. And I think a lot of black men today, this young millennials, they don't even think that they're important enough to even be, to speak about how their presence is important. And then we have all these black male organizations who don't even push the importance of presenting black males as well as black females. We bought into these liberal democratic politics that push black men to the side and only use them when it comes to resources and physical utilities. Y'all ain't listening. So Grambling, get y'all shit together. Stop doing all this stuff and then not including black males. Black males attend Grambling State University too. And also, let me go further. It's very interesting. Grambling wanted to make sure, and all the other, I guess, publications about HBCUs wanted to make sure that Grambling debuted its first, in the last, I guess, since in 100 years, its first female drum major. Let's all applaud that. We want to make sure that was known. And I ain't mad at that. When I saw the history, there used to be female drum majors. I guess a lot of years went by. I don't know if the women stopped applying to be drum majors. I don't know what it was. But they made sure we knew about that. But my thing is, why the hell don't we have a Mr. Grambling? I know some other schools have Mr. and Miss, King and Queen. I'm finna get to a bigger point in a minute. Why isn't there an election for a Mr. Grambling? Y'all don't think a young man wants some of those benefits? Wants some of that scholarship money? That the Miss Grambling is always taking advantage of? That's part of that was part of our tuition. She gets her crown, she gets her little stipend, she gets that off of student tuition. So how come a young man, a young black male can't participate and benefit off of our tuition as well? Come on, Rico, you're motivating them in the direction that the power that be don't want you to motivate these damn kids. Want you to think that women run everything, women control everything. That's not true. Gynocracy has never worked in the history of man. Y'all need to Google that word, by the way, if you don't know what gynocracy is, and make it matriarchy either. So they need to empower black men. Yeah. Empower them. Don't disempower them. Don't weaken them. Empower black males. Why isn't there a Mr. Grambling? Just like there's a Mr. Albany State. There's probably some Mr. other HBCU kings, but there's no king at Grambling State University. See, I didn't pay attention to this when I was a student. There were so many other issues. But you know what? That is something important. So next fall, when I come back to homecoming, I want to see a Mr. Grambling standing next to Miss Grambling. You know why that's important? Because that further pushes the positive narrative that black men and black women belong together, and that creates a family structure, the most powerful thing that we had going. Why it since, or the main reason why the welfare system and Gloria Steinem and her feminism came in and interrupted, created this wedge between the black man and the black woman. It creates this separation and this division. So there should be a Mr. Grambling. And I need, if there's some students, the right student get this in his or her head, it can pop off. Well, I know y'all gonna make sure no students hear this. It sounds too much like right. If the female can use the damn student fees to get her stipend and get her crown and get all the scepter and all that shit and walk around and all the homecoming and Bayou Classic festivities, there should be a Mr. Grambling. And just like an election, you know, put them out there, each guy go out and campaign like they did with Miss Grambling. Doesn't that sound fair? Does that sound like equality? Number two, I mean, what else? Let me tell y'all something else. See, it brings up a lot of stuff that we didn't really pay attention to. And the only way I'm going to mention them because they're the only ones I noticed that did, and they just had one. It's called the Omega Ball. And my assumption with the Omega Ball is the members of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, a male organization, Greek-led organization, they come together every year and select a female as their Miss Omega for whatever criteria that they set place, right? And I think I'm sure a lot of men's organizations across college campuses do this, create a Miss, whatever their fraternity is. My question is, how come there isn't a Mr. AKA, a Mr. Delta Sigma Theta, a Mr. Zeta Phi Beta, a Mr. Sigma Gamma Rho? How come? See, I'm going into that whole thing, the disrespect and the exclusion of black males. You want us to honor women all goddamn day, but you don't respect and honor the men. Ladies, get off y'all ass. Honor the men. So next fall, I want to see a Delta, a Mr. Delta ball, a Mr. Delta contest, and I want to see him crowned. I want to see him wearing the cool stuff. And the same money or gift that y'all give, that Omegas give to the female, give it to the man as well. Now. I know I'm going to have those naysayers. We go, man, why man worry about that shit? See, you extra manly dudes who don't know what the fuck what a man is. You know, boys and men are human beings too. Boys and men deserve to be adorned and celebrated and admired as well. Because no other culture other than this American Negro culture that only the women are celebrated and the men are looked at like they ain't shit. Like they ought to be glad just because they're around women. That's not how it works. Because if you keep telling black men and black boys that they're the hunter-gatherers, protective providers, well, why aren't you kissing their ass? Did y'all understand what I just said? If you as a woman truly believe that a man is a hunter-gatherer, protector, provider, why aren't you kissing our asses more? Because you don't believe, you've been talked out of it. But I bet you can't go in the Mexican community and believe that shit. Bet you can't go in the white community, Italian community. Because they understand, the women understand that If we want covering, if we want protection, it ain't gonna come from Jesus Christ. It ain't gonna come from God. It's gonna become that man standing right next to me, that man I'm married to. They understand that a real life man is where my covering and my protection comes from. We've been made a fool of. This dumbass liberal democratic foolishness, dumbass feminism, and all these got black women out here unprotected, uncovered. Y'all done let these dumbass people tell y'all that, you know, you strong and independent, you don't need no man, okay? And all this starts early. So that's why I'm pointing out. So Grambling State University and any other school that you put out any PSA, you better make sure that there's at least 2 black males involved in the image when you put that image out there. Because we belong together. You know, women can't do everything. They had some lands called Amazon and Island of Lesbos. If that's the case, we'll go ahead and be a bunch of fake ass Wonder Women. Y'all get what I'm saying? Let's see. And so, I'm just saying, I'm not anti-anything, but I am well, I'm not going to say anti-anything. I am anti some stuff. Just like anybody else. You know, don't make me out to be somebody special because I'm anti or some form of this weird anomaly. I'm just like anybody else. I guess I'm one of the few who dare says it out loud. And they need to get themselves together. So let's start celebrating each other and stop this one-sided celebration. Because whenever you want protection, whenever you want covering, you know, you always say, where the men at? Well, hell, you don't act like you like us. Teach your young daughters, act like they ain't nothing. Then as soon as your car break down, well, we need a man. I was sitting on the road all this time. All these dudes roll by. You don't act like you like them. You don't write songs like you like black males. You don't write movies like you like black males. You don't do TV shows like you like black males. All these shows out there depicting black men now, most of them have got black men running up in other black men's behinds. Yeah, I said it. Shout out to the lovers of P-Valley and Lovecraft Country and Watchmen and all that weird ass shit. Or got black men right here wearing wigs and mustache and lipstick. Seem to like that a lot better though, for some reason. So, I'm just saying, do better. HBCUs, do better, Grambling. You know, again, go back to that whole PSA about anti-shooting and anti-all of that. There was a great message, but, you know, I need y'all to put make more black males prominent on their campus. And I want to see a Mr. AKA a Mr. Delta Sigma Theta, a Mr. Zeta Phi Beta, a Mr. Sigma Gamma Rho. I want to see that. So just Miss Omega all the time. And which is nothing wrong with that. Just make it, as y'all know this word they like to use, just make it inclusive. So I just want to share that and see if there's anything I left out. I think, oh yeah, check out my short story, my book that I wrote. It's called The Greatest Pain Ever Felt. Conversation with an absent biological father who never wanted to be found. It's only $10. Cash App your boy, $10. I mean, $ Rico the Opinionist, OPINIONIST. And you can PayPal it the same way. Please send me an email address because the book is in PDF form. It just talks about when I accidentally found out about my biological father at age 22. I think it's a book that a lot of young men can get into. And also, young women who's holding a secret about who their child's father really is. Maybe you can get some out of it. But I'll see y'all in the future. We'll ride again. Who knows? I may do something live and we all can talk about all this stuff on my Facebook page. I may, put up a yard stream we can talk. How's that sound? Okay. So just stay tuned. I may do some yard stream conversation on my Facebook page. But also on my YouTube channel, Twitter, Instagram. But you become a subscriber of my YouTube channel at your own risk. Y'all be cool. Whew. I'm telling you, man, when you have a cold, it kind of brings you down. You're just happy to be back out. So everybody take care of yourselves. Keep your immune system boosted. Eat the right fruits, vegetables, and all the stuff that you need to keep yourself healthy. And plenty of exercise and plenty of water. Y'all be cool. I'll talk to y'all in the future. Peace.